You're not laughing. Stop it.
I need to fix this anyway.
That's the sugar kicking in.
Alright, so politics are something that have been ingrained in our American society for as long as America has been around. The politics that we have determine how long a child goes to school and what curriculum they learn. Politics determine stores and how much they like, how much they're willing to charge, and what they're able to sell. Politics also determine what laws we have to follow and how hard they're enforced. Without these politics, we would not be very far in our society. And you, as an American citizen, whether you're about to vote or you are of the voting age, you should always have at least somewhat of a rudimentary understanding of politics. And there are three main reasons why. You need to understand politics because they help you become a more educated voter. They help you understand your own moral system better. And understanding politics and how they work can also help you understand why your vote, to some extent, matters. Alright. So the first main point to understanding politics is you're able to understand how different, politics work and how you can be a more educated voter. When you're coming to vote, you need to understand three fundamental questions. Did the issues that the candidate proposed, the solutions that the candidates propose, do they line up with the facts of the issues? Are you able to line up those sorts of things together? Does the politician have a good track record? Is the politician a known liar? These are questions you have to ask yourself, because if you're just voting willy-nilly because of simply by personality or something like that, you won't be able to really have an educated vote. Your vote needs to be educated, otherwise you'll just be voting for no reason. You'll essentially be throwing your vote away. The main point is, if you vote for the person that lines up with the facts. Vote for how it's educated. Educated votes. Understanding politics can also help understand your own morality and how you view the world, and vice versa, essentially. So, would you identify as a Republican or a Democrat? Would you agree more with more immigration laws or less immigration laws? Would you agree with taxation of the rich or not? These are questions that you would ask yourself when you're voting for a certain politician. When you're looking at them, how do they align with your moral compass? If they don't align with that, you most likely would not pick the president that doesn't align with how you feel about the issue. And it helps you to understand your own morality better, because if you pick the candidate that has the better solution to the issue, in your opinion, that's how you can hone in on your own ideas, essentially, how you view the world. And as for the last reason, understanding politics can also help you. Understanding politics can help you understand that your vote matters, essentially. And tons of people bring up the argument that the vote doesn't matter. It's going to eventually be lost in a sea of votes, the millions of votes. Yours won't matter. That's an argument many people hear. Well, that's not true, because your vote, however small it may be compared to that endless sea of votes, does matter to some capacity. And to that issue, I bring up the Bush versus Gore debate of 2000. The Bush versus Gore debate of 2000 was one of, if not the closest presidential election battle of history, essentially, because it was in Florida, they had to recount the votes several times. Several times. And by the time they were finished, Bush had only won by nearly 540 votes. Now, 540 more voters had been in Florida for Al Gore, then we would have had a completely new president. We would have had a completely new president. So essentially, what I'm trying to say is that the vote may not matter. One individual vote is not going to swing the entire election. That's not what I'm saying. But if you have one vote to put in, if several people think more along the lines of that their vote matters, we could be able to swing more votes. We would be able to have a more variety of presidents, because a big population of the world doesn't vote. Not world, the big population of America doesn't vote. We would have a lot more of a battle if everyone were to vote with the mindset of their election matters. In conclusion, don't let people tell you that politics and knowing about them doesn't matter, because as a U.S. citizen, they do matter, because they are what essentially affects your livelihood. That's my conclusion.
That's right. Did you get me?
I think so.